Welcome to Tennis Spin, where we put our spin on your tennis. Have you ever wondered why pros take a bunch of balls in their hands before they serve? Look at them, flip them around a little bit, drop a couple, and then kick them to the back? Well, I'm going to tell you why today. Stay tuned. All right, so have you guys, I'm sure you guys have, because whoever is serving, whether it be Fed or Nadal or Team or any of those guys, they always have at least 3 balls in their hand, and they're always looking at the ball, right? And then they're dropping one, and then they're kicking it to the ball person. What are they doing, though? What are they looking for? Well, I got my man, Coach Goo, here, and he and I are going to explain to you why they do that. Okay? So, I got 3 balls here, 3 U.S. Open balls that have been kind of used for maybe an hour. Okay? Now, Coach Goo, I'm going to bring these to you.
Yeah.
Which ball, let's say you are at the line, which ball would you choose to serve on your first serve, and why?
First serve, that's a great question. I'm going to say the one in the middle. For me, as you can tell, the fur on this is definitely a lot less. It's almost more naked. For me, I like to have a little more pop, a little more feel. Like, basically, if I want to hit a harder serve, this looks like it's basically almost kind of flat. So therefore, I can definitely generate more pop. So therefore, when it hits, it actually pockets it a little easier and shoots off faster. That's why usually I choose more of a naked ball than a ball that's more fuzzier.
Okay. Now, let's say for some reason your ball goes out. Okay, and this ball's on the other side now, and we got one in your pocket and one in the backcourt. So these 2 left for a second serve. Which one would you choose for the second serve, and why?
Well, let me get a feel of those 2 really quick. This one right here. Not the bottom one, but this one right here.
Okay.
As you can tell, this is a little more, definitely a lot more fuzzier than the first, in my opinion. I don't know if the camera can pick it up. But for me, this is a lot softer. I actually prefer it with a little more fuzz because when I go for a kick serve, that's what my main priority is try to brush up. When I kick it up more, for me, what I predict was the more fuzz it gets, the more it grips more on the racket and more I can brush more up. It's more focused to brush up with because there's more fuzz on it. Also, for me, I'm very superstitious. I don't know if a lot of players are out there are superstitious, but for me, this ball feels way more comfortable in my hand for a second serve compared to the first one. The first one, I feel like I can just go for my serve and not worry about it as much. But this one somehow gives me a feel of comfort when I serve with this ball.
Okay. So, let's say, hypothetically, you ace on that first ball. So I'm pulling that first ball back again. Do you call for that first ball back?
Yeah, without a doubt. That's given. For me, if I'm winning with a certain ball, I'm choosing that ball. For me, I have like a particular order. Let's say if we cracked open a new, let's say like I've been playing with these balls for a set or an hour or so, and in case you just know those balls, yeah. So like I would be like, all right, so these 2 I'll be playing with. This third ball I would never touch because I feel like if I kept losing with this ball, this is the ball I don't want anymore. So for me, I would be decided, okay, which feels good on my hand. I know I've been winning with this type of order. This is my second serve ball. This is my first serve ball. So this feels comfortable to me. I'll pocket the second serve ball, and then I'll trust this as my first serve ball. So it's just like a particular order that if I keep winning, that's the order I'm going to stick with throughout the whole time, especially when I'm serving. Returning wise, it's a little more different in my opinion because they get to choose the balls that they like, so it becomes different. But for me, if I like a certain order of balls, I'm going to keep playing with them until I get beat. Then that's when I start switching.
Perfect. So I'm going to throw a monkey wrench in there now. Give me 1 second. Ball change. Coach?
Yep.
Now what do we do?
Now, there's a new kind of balls, right? So everything's going to feel different. They're all more lively. You can tell there's more fuzz. I go based off of feel. A lot of players go based off, like, I don't know if a lot of players base it off of feel, but for me, I try to feel what ball feels good in my hands. So basically what I do is I do toss it around, I do change it, and I kind of feel what kind of ball I like a lot. And I prefer, honestly, based off of feel, I usually pop off this ball. So basically, it's basically like, for me, superstition. I don't feel comfortable with that certain ball, so I toss it out of the gate and try this combination first. If I keep winning, I keep playing with these. If I don't like them, I'll take that ball back. I reevaluate. Let's say, like for me, I evaluate, okay, if I'm missing my first serve, I'm tossing away my first serve ball. That's how it is. Let's say if I lose my second serve, that second serve ball comes out, I replace it with the new ball. That's how I usually play. Because for me, if I'm doing well, it's like if you keep winning, you don't want to change anything, right? So if you start losing a few points or more than a few, you're like, all right, this order feels a little awkward, or it feels weird, I don't like it. Then that's when I start switching balls around. But usually, I take a ball, I feel it around my hands. If it feels good and I feel secure with it, I'm going to play it in that order. If that doesn't go well, I try it again, reevaluate, take out the ball that I feel like I'm missing more with, and then do that again.
All right, guys, so the old adage is true. On a first serve, you want the most naked ball that you can get your hands on, because that ball will cut through the air a lot faster. Now, on the second serve, you probably want, I would say, the fuzziest ball you can get, so that there's more to kind of brush up on, and then for it to slow down on the tumble to hopefully stay in.
Yeah.
Right?
And
can we say that?
You can say it, and also you can go, like for me, I feel like comfort to go forward the second serve. Because, like, for example, like if you're kicking a serve, you don't want to, like, when you think about a kick serve, you actually see the racket go up a lot quicker, so they want to have something that pockets or grabs on. So that's why the fuzz is a little bit more predominant there. For us, if you're hitting flat or slice, well, you don't really need that much fuzz to stay on.
Right. So you basically want more fuzz just to give yourself a little more comfort to hit through it, and more fuzz to slow it down, to hopefully tumble a little slower to keep it in.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Yes.
Essentially. So, so we basically answered why pros keep two balls, the two they want, and we are only doing it with 3 balls. On a real match, there's 6 or 12 out there, because they're opening up multiple cans. So there's more to choose from in that case. So, but now we know, okay, first serve, naked ball. Second serve, the most fuzzy ball you can get your hand on. Okay? I want to thank Coach Andrew Gu for hanging out with me today. Coach Gu, where can we find you?
You can find me at agu.tennis. I'll also be posting content there as well.
All right. Thank you for watching Tennis Spin, where we put our spin on your tennis.